Let's see. What's up, guys? Let's see here. Check, is the volume good on the music? I think it is. That sounds fine. Should be reasonable. Let's see if we find some juicers. Green orb. Maybe we get it. I think probably that rat and bedrock mace and the core. No likelihood. Scary comp if they're handling our gloves and the dawn. Should be pretty hard for me to fight if they handle. We'll see. What? Core actually here. So I'm running back to the bridge, maybe. I'll check it out.
Again, you hit just like a drug. This time I won't let you in. You're playing with fire. No, I didn't on the prey, but this time I won't collide.
Fortsätter den sin så legendary. Cool millie in it, I don't mind those. Probably end up trashing these flat T6s though. We'll see, we'll see. Hey Ganj, good to see you still playing, my guy. Good to see you, Mr. Amazazin. I think that's almost pronounced correctly. Hey, how to play double-bladed Steph, Stalker Jacket, Stalker and Finkal versus your build. I like double-bladed, like not sure. You're like, it's kind of like there should be no way the double-bladed wins the matchup. Like I don't know how you like. Like the only way I guess you can win the matchup against the Carving is like the Carving needs to miss his E at the start of the fight, and then you can like jack it into stun run and then get some Q damage off. But even then, like your Stalker Jacket will get purged by the Carving almost immediately, right? Like unless he doesn't press his buttons. Like there should be no way you win as a double-bladed against the Carving in like a straight 1v1 fight. Like if you catch him with cooldowns, make him use like his abilities to dismount you, stuff like that, then maybe. But even at that point, like it's gonna be a very rough matchup for double-bladed. Like I think double-bladed is like generally just bad in almost any matchup. Kinda only good for third-party raiding fights. Like you're never gonna like Carving, Deathgiver, Battle Axe, like the top 3 like played builds should never lose to it. And I guess you have like the Frost matchup, which I guess is maybe winnable, but it shouldn't really be. The Frost should be able to kite you pretty easily. Like if he blinks when you E, then like you should never be able to get in Q range, right? Well, he just Qs you from range, pokes you, like you can't all in it. So not really sure. From what I've seen, the double-bladed build is very weak for actual fighting. Not sure why I can click that guy's name. Do I hit the box? Hello, I have a question. Have you looted Fakturka? Yeah, I guess an hour ago now, something like that. I logged in and like did mist killed Fakturka, or like a 5-1 or 4-1 curse stuff showed up and raided the fight and like got the last hit. So I didn't get the kill fame, but I got the whole set though, so it was like a 50 mil, like nothing trash, so like 50 mil estimate drop. So it was nice. I wanted that fame though, that's like 18 mil kill fame. But can't get the fame. If I can get the loot, then we got something. Hopefully we get lucky enough to run into find another 8-4 Deathgivers. Let's see here. It's a rare miss, so I'll chill a little bit in it. Hopefully, mist or wisp spawn rather. It's good news that you got the loot, nothing trash. That was nice. Always disappointing when Rets like the curse staff that stole the kill doubled his total kill fame in the game by getting that last hit. So something good came out of it, I guess. But always sucks getting your last hit stolen. But I mean, it is what it is. Nothing trashed, which is super lucky. Even though 8-4 shouldn't have too high trash rate, because it's not that like, it's not that good for black market. But always nice when it survives. Let's see if we can find some content though. Kinda need someone to pull up trying to fight me. Because apart from Factorka, I haven't seen like any high tier players today. But there's a lot of people in Brazilian, so there should be a pretty good chance we find someone to fight. But I keep seeing like A3 double bladeds, which is just sad. Like they don't never fight, so it's kind of pointless. Like you can't really catch them because the E cooldown is way too short with mobility. So like once they start running like stun run boots combo as well with so much mobility. But maybe we can get lucky. Maybe we can find like a Nightfall dungeon, would be kinda nice. Yeah, this map looks pretty dead, like I might just go for next. It's a 0.2 map, so kinda nice to stay here to get the mist, the wisp rather. Nice favor. Let's see. I'm getting lucky with spiders either, so. White third spell jacket, because it gives me the increased damage for my rotation. Increases your damage by 25%. So I can jacket into EWQ, and then that entire like damage rotation deals 25% more than it usually would, because you get the damage increase. So I've been testing it mainly. It's working out pretty good though. Because the jacket is same cooldown as your spell rotation, so you essentially get the jacket bonus for both your like E rotations. So usually what's been happening in fights is I jacket EWQ and then just face tank and just keep fighting people. Just early health pot, and then I get my jacket back for the execute at the end with the combo. Just from testing it, it seems pretty strong. Overall, pretty strong option. Holy shit. Does this map even have a mob camp? I don't think it does. Yeah, like, no idea why these layouts are in the game. Only useless for anyone playing. Well, let's see. Okay, that's a decent map at least. Some mob camps. I'll just walk up dismounted here. Probably could have caught that guy there, but it's like 5-1. Let him live, considering he didn't like. Just. Yeah. Let's see, does this guy want to die? Yeah, he does. If you wanna play that greedy, I'm gonna punish you, you know. Even if you're 4-1. I'll teach you to respect the reds in your map, you know. And that's a Nightfall. I think we'll go for that one. It's a T7 to T8. T7, right? It's just. Alright. Guess we'll see inside. The third spell energetic does additional damage, not damage resistance. It's both. So if your target, if the guy you're targeting has a magic weapon, you get magic resist and increase your magic damage. And then if they have a physical, you increase your armor and increase your physical damage. But the reason I'm using it now is they updated it so you can cast it on yourself. You're not reliant on only casting it on an enemy, meaning no matter what I'm fighting, I can always get the physical buff by targeting myself when casting it, right? Which makes it so it's more playable, I think, overall. Because obviously if I run into like a frost staff, like the likelihood of me like using jacket on the frost staff and get like magic, like me getting magic resistance wouldn't really do much, right? Like sure, I think like a little bit less damage, but it won't really help me win the fight. But now that you can target yourself, getting the 25% damage increase on your rotation is a pretty big buff overall, I'd say. Like your damage profile, I guess, is like way scarier to deal with, right? Because the jacket E rotation does so much damage. Like if people are in cloth gear, like yeah, it's basically a one shot with the jacket buff. So I think the like biggest downside to it, I guess, is the jacket takes quite a lot of energy to cast. So you can go if you're spamming a bit too much, but tends to be like energy issues I've only kind of experienced them when it's like multiple fights, multiple people, like in pure 1v1s where you only use your spells. Against one guy I haven't really been having an issue with energy. I think it's really good right now too, because like essentially the majority of builds you will run into have a Fiend Cowl, right? But obviously this jacket has a 20-second cooldown. So people like not that much value from purging it, because it only lasts 4 seconds and low cooldown. And also people usually don't have time to they don't have time to purge it before you do your damage, right? Like if I jacket and instantly press E, the chances they have of getting a purge off before my E connects with them is pretty low, right? Like because they use very fast, so. kind of unfortunate. I don't think I really... no, okay, this is good. It's kind of OC, so... This is winnable. Oh, it all trashed. That's unfortunate. Damn, I really killed A3 and got 200k from him. That's fucking... That's a bit depressing, I'm not gonna lie, but... I hit the OC because the OC is kinda important to match OC, considering we're both A3, right? Like, if I don't match his OC, like I might lose to the... I'll probably lose due to the auto Q going in his favor due to the IP, so I don't mind it though. Just very unfortunate. Every single expensive item he had trashed. 'Cause he was... Did really... So his boots survived? I guess, yeah, we got his boots and cape, so... The two cheapest possible items. Bit unlucky, but I mean... I don't mind. But I got a bit scary there because I used my damage on the first guy. I was not expecting another A3 to be on the chase there, to be honest. Like I did not think that was gonna... It's usually pretty unlikely, right? Like my experience, there hasn't been too many people in these Nightfall Abbeys. I haven't really run into too many people, so I'm intending to try to take the first fight I get, you know, like I see a person, I try to kill them fast as possible, but almost backfired there. But I think I was lucky. I think that guy, I gotta rewatch it, but I think he didn't have like, I don't think he had boots, right? Like, cause he purged my boots, but then he like didn't catch up to me and he hit W on me, so I'll assume he didn't have boots. Cause if he could boot after me there, I think I'll die. Cause like I had cooldowns on my jacket and E, and W after the first, like I had cooldowns. I'd taken some damage from the mobs and then from him, so would have been rough. Yeah, man, it all trashed. How much is the trash rate right now? I'm not sure what the trash rate is. I mean, it's pretty sure it's mainly just RNG for each time, like each item. But that did seem pretty unfortunate on the trash rate there. You know, you saying that. Oh no, very unfortunate, because the set is like, it's like 6, 7, 8, like 12 mil trashed, which is pretty sad. Because I have 5 mil in my inventory, so worst case scenario that my whole set trashes, like, not really losing money. Like I did kill Fakturka earlier today with the same set. That was 50 mil, so for sure I made money on the set. But let's see. That OC will feel real bad if my items trash now after everything trashed on the kill. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. It's a decent fight. But yeah, it's like they're like his Fiend Cowl had like essentially no value in this fight, like more or less 0 value to have Fiend Cowl for him for the fight. Whereas my Fiend Cowl purged his Stalker Jacket, right, making the Stalker Jacket like useless for him, like did not do a lot of damage to me, so. I think Jacket of Tenacity is probably the best option now. I guess it's gonna be Jacket of Tenacity or Inferno Shield. That's still the best 2 options. Mistwalker Jacket should still work fine too, but I quite never liked the Mistwalker Jacket due to the fact that you kinda only gotta play on your EW cooldowns, like your auto attacks become kinda like your auto Q fights are kinda pointless because you don't have a defensive, right? Oh, we'll see. Unlucky gets right there. Okay. Kill that guy pretty fast, I think. Do you still have community with Doobie? Sometimes. I still have him on Discord. Been a while since I talked to him now, but he pops in here and there. Talk. Let's see. That's disappointing. Was hoping we wouldn't get lucky on this. Just. Let me pick up the last treasure and I'll go stash. Inventory too full. Let's go stash. That very, very disappointing A3 kill. But that's what it is. Reset OC, I think we have time. No, we shouldn't. Stash real quick and then we go look for some more opponents. Kills we got. Oh, we're at 2. I think we killed 2 since I started. We killed at A3 and someone else, I'm pretty sure. So let's see if we can. Hopefully, we could get a fight against a Juicer. Make another 10 mil with this OC. Let's see if we have time. And a lot of people in Brazil, so it should be a reasonably high chance of running into some A3s, 8-4s today. Yeah, I'll refund check here. Put my weekend food ready in case it's needed. Good old days of Bunch, yeah, it's sad, but That's how it goes on. Like, I don't think very few people still playing as like me and Ikrain. Acrobash is coming back to the game a little bit. Was playing some yesterday, I think. Oh damn, most of the old squad stopped playing, which is as expected, right? Always sad. I'm not sure how that W missed, to be honest. Kinda unfortunate. Wouldn't matter too much because he's on armored horse, so I would have to use my full rotation to dismount him and then he just full runs. It's unlikely to end up with a kill, but it's unfortunate. Just a green chest, dude. Unfortunate. Hopefully we find someone soon. So lucky if I waited a bit longer. In the camp, we might catch that guy, but I don't think he's gonna try fighting now, so he has the Mistalker jacket, so he has big potential in the matchup. If he jackets one of my E's, then he might win from that position. Depends though. If he OCs, he should be able to like semi-match my auto Q damage. He's in 6-3, getting pretty good IP with it. So if he dodges my E with his jacket, there's potential for him. Depends. I'll most likely get my jacket off before his E, so even if I jacket his E, don't take as much damage, then I think he loses due to the IP difference most likely on the autos and Q fights. It's gonna be way more in my favor, right? So pretty rough run. We'll see, maybe we find him in this camp. So to say. Transfer to east. Yeah, that makes sense. I was playing a bit on the east. My ping was a bit too high for me to really be doing like mist and stuff there. I just played a bit for chill. It's fun server though. It's nice for the Asian players. They get to experience the game without 300 ping. That's a good. One more fight to go to sleep. Yeah, let's see if we can find someone. Like, these zones are always very random, like especially when there's no objectives spawning on the map. Makes it kind of hard to find targets to fight. But we'll see. Did all the mob camps, so I'll rotate back around to the big mob camp and see if we can catch someone there. Okay, now we got a new mist. Hopefully we find someone. Oh, that's all. This is a dead ass zone. I think it's only a camp. I think this is Camp North or West rather, but exit. I think. These one mob camp zones are very hard to get content in, because obviously there's no reason for anyone to dismount in this map. It makes it kind of rough to find content. We'll see, we might get lucky here. Common as well. Should I wait in the smoke camp? No, I shouldn't. It's unlikely we'll get a fight here. Let's see if I can get lucky and find a new road. Before I don't see ends, yeah, hopefully we find one. Are you guys still with Icrane? Yeah, I still play a lot with Icrane, but he started like doing his masters, studying for his masters. I think it's a masters. So he has way less time these days to be playing, but we still play together whenever we have time to do stuff. I've been really busy with work lately too, so I haven't been too active. Usually just come home from work and do a CTA and maybe use my focus and then just chill and sleep before next day, so not too active, but trying to become a bit more consistent with the streams in the weekend, but we'll see how it works out. Because missed streams are kinda rough. Like right now it's been like a 10-minute window where nothing happens at all. Like I'm not finding any enemies, nothing happens, so I don't know. Feels like it's kinda a bit bad for content wise, like so much time between stuff happening. Like, it's kinda why I enjoy making the videos more, because you get to cut out all the boring parts with the looking for a fight part. We'll see. And now I can't even find a new mist or anything, so we'll see here. So we have 12 minutes on the OC, so need to get a fight reasonably soon as a new mist at least. Need to find some content reasonably soon. Okay, that's a better map at least. No objectives, but three mob camps. Feels like there's usually, maybe that's just a mob that's there. Because there's usually a bit more mobs at the entrance here, like right before the camp, so maybe someone's recently been here. I might remember wrong. One guy, but it's like flat fire, like, unless he decides to walk into me to face check, then I'll be trying to get him. That's a blue one, let's go. Not too lucky on these chests I've been getting in these mob camps, but not too bad either. Give me some value. I So we really need. Oh, let's check. Southwestern. Nice. It's a green orb. Might be able to find some content from it. I think I got time to run to the West Mob camp and clear it and run back though, so we'll do that. But yeah, we'll see if we can get something going here. What's a legendary small? Okay. So annoying, it's not like more silver bags like the 5-1 gear that's there. Like I could pick it up, but like it's chances are I'll end up like earlier sending trashing shitter items to pick up the more valuable ones. So I tend to just lay them and let them stay most of the time. Save myself the hassle of trashing it later. You know, let's mount early and walk up here. Might get lucky, I think. I didn't dismount it, like I stopped dismounting the curse because the other guy was there. It's killing me. Hey guys, don't be like this guy. Don't think people won't kill you in the mist. Like, you just walk up to people, let them dismount you, like you're probably gonna die, like, you know. It's not the move. Yeah, I'll just run fast southwest there. Drop off this orb. Maybe we get lucky and someone sees us on the way. Actually, no. Drop off the core and pick it back up at some points just to give people a idea where I am. And I just early purge him here. Not really much to talk about, like single target Q. It's pretty weak overall. I just purge. Like usually what I do in like the low tiers like that, once you dismount them, is I tend to, most of the time I like to just purge their first boots. Because obviously like with that guy's setup, like even if he gets his full mark jacket off, like it won't really matter too much, right? Like I can probably like take off what he healed with a W rotation, so not too important to save your purge. Or like purging the boots just makes it like kind of more guaranteed that you kill them fast. You don't like spend too much time running after them and whatever. Also, because I had to use my boots to make sure he got dismounted, right? If I didn't have to use my boots, I probably wouldn't have purged there. I'd probably just walk with him. Because he's single target Q, and like knockback W, so he won't create enough distance anyways, right? Like if he's AoE Q with the caltrops for the movement speed, then it might be a bit rougher for me to kill him fast enough if I don't purchase boots. Not too much like the IP difference. Like I don't really need to just doomed for him once he's dismounted, right? Like as long as I click my buttons, like he should just die for him free to me. So not too much to say. Let's dash and then take off those and see what happens. The set already survived OC earlier today, so I am kinda expecting a full-on like trash fiesta here as I take it off. Okay, I don't mind that at all. Got these guys boots earlier, so don't have to go buy anything either. Just get food. Durability 17. Might be smart to repair the set before we go out, maybe. No, not really. Yeah, no real point to repairing here. Let's pull out more OC so we have it in case. Then. Alright, good night, sir. Good night, sir. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. This double bladed build, like, pretty sure it costs the same as like the carving setup, and like you're getting not even like I'd say it's like 5 times worse, maybe something like that. Like it's kind of useless. Oh, we got a blue orb. It's just no shot I get there in time though. That's fine, can't really do much about it. So. Just making sure everything's set right. To be honest, I should have like dismounted and killed that guy for doing that U-turn he did there, like running next to me like that. Like, I'm gonna assume he has cleared the camp. It was kind of low tier gear, meaning there might be another guy clearing the camp or recently cleared it too. Not much to say, like free kill, like again and people face check you like that, like even if they're not too good gear, I think it's always worth killing them. Especially like it's, I don't know how long that kill took me, like 15 seconds maybe from start to finish, 200k. So even if it's not a lot of silver, like I think it's worth. Also, I think it should be helpful for the newer players to become a bit more respectful in their movement when they see names. Like, yeah, you see this guy, you know, he sees red come towards him, he's running the other way because he doesn't want to get caught. Like, he's doing what he's supposed to do when fame farming in low tier gear, right? People will face check me, like I gotta kill them for fun, you know. Dinar, Mick in game. I am not quite certain Not quite sure what you mean by mic in game. If you could explain it deeper, maybe I can help you. How is your fame? Like overall, or not sure what you mean. This is my fame, my stats. I was laying at top 10 most kill fame all time for a while, and then I took a pretty long break, and I'm not really playing as much recently, so I think I fell down to like 11th place. Like a couple, like 100 mil behind 10th place. Let's see if I grind a bit, I can easily get back up there. But kinda like there's been no real update in a while. Like it's a missed update now, but they didn't nerf or buff any of the like meta weapons, right? So like carving and death givers have been like, kind of two only options you have, I guess, compared to like mobility and catch potential and fight potential. Cause stuff like one-handed like crossbow and one-handed spear, daybreaker, battle axe are all really strong options for the actual fighting 1v1. Like all of those can fight carving or death givers and have like a reasonable chance of succeeding, right? Like it's not like a guaranteed loss in any way, but your catch and mobility is like so low that like you're not gonna like if you're playing Daybreaker, like you're not gonna start a fight, like you're never gonna like start a fight by dismounting someone and forcing it on them, you know? Like it's always gonna be catching people, and some like you're just open this to see what's happening here. Not a guy that like would never die if he just didn't fully run into my face. Like I don't want to pop this guy's undead cape here because I can't execute him, so just pull my abilities. That's my E here. He might get out here, so I won't have my E to execute him. Oh, nice, we got it in time. Yeah, okay. I coulda rewatch it. Like I feel like I coulda killed him. I guess I didn't have my full damage ready when he dismounted, but I mean that's a classic, one of the classic blunders of trying to dismount a bit too fast, a bit too close to someone. Like in his defense, like I'm kind of surprised. Like I didn't think he would get the, like I would have fought him there regardless. Like I didn't think he would get the 15 second cooldown there. Like I thought I was out of combat from the other guy. But it seems to be a bit random how the 15-second thingy works. I have dismounted like like in someone who's in combat, like I've dismounted on top of them and not gotten the cooldown, and then so it's not like a guaranteed, I guess. It's kind of bugs out a little bit. Voice is a little small. There's no sound in game. Yeah, I don't fucking know if the sound's gone. I don't know what to tell you. Was sound earlier when I was starting the stream and checking this volume of sound, so not quite sure. Death Giver or Carving are not strongest in this, but they're the most flexible. I mean, kinda. I'd say that's sort of the same thing though, because it's like the one-handed. What's it called? It's like one-handed. Arcane, for example, is like a really strong weapons for 1v1s, but it's only strong if people run into you. Like if people don't kite you, then it's strong. It's like Fire Staff, right? Like sure, 1v1, like you could, like fire is probably like Wildfire Staff is probably still like the strongest in 1v1 in terms of just pure DPS output with like single target Q, spamming Qs. On a guy that like doesn't run away from it, then sure, but like the majority of people are gonna like at least like if they have played Albion for a bit, right, like they're not gonna try to like auto you as a Carving, for example, when you're a Wildfire spamming Qs, you know. And like then there's no gameplay for the Fire that he can do to stop someone from running away from him, right? Like you have zero mobility, no purges or anything to interrupt someone's like run ability or like slow them while they have boots to like be able to catch up, right? So it's like I think for Mist specifically, like mobility is like as important as like the damage potential your weapon have. Because it's same with like Curse as well, like Curse is for sure the strongest weapon in 1v1s. If it's just about like 1v1, you can't run away, you don't have too much space to walk, right? But with how Mist is set up, like you're depending on having either good mobility yourself or a way to interrupt and stop other people's mobility, right? To get last hits or last to get executes, or else like people are gonna start running and you can't do more damage, right? And then GG, they're mounted. Where do you come from? I'm from Norway, sir. The cold north. Let's see here. Okay, mobs cleared at the entrance here, so I think whoever was here has already left, considering the mob, the gate there at the entrance started spawning again. So most likely the guy that was clearing isn't here anymore. Should have seen him by now once I walked into the middle here, so. I might get lucky, he might be around. That's a greenie. It's a bit unlucky. Greens are giving a real good amount of fame though, like these fame tomes are stacking up pretty fast. Oh, I should have stayed dismounted in the camp, I know. Might have gotten this guy. Okay, he guessed the right way. I don't think I can kill him there. Like if I had W there, I have to use boots into like Q to dismount him, and then He's but dance, like unless he really messes up his buttons, like he has the invis jacket, like I shouldn't be able to get the kill even if I dismount him there. He has the gate right northwest there too. Almost. Check. Yeah, if you didn't know, you can always zone into your old mist. So like, since this map is closing, I opened a mist and checked it, and that map was like a gathering map like this one. Like, I don't want to stay here, right? So you can zone back in, but you won't have bubble zoning back in, so like, you should always mount back up and then zone in, because if you're unlucky enough, you know, you might zone out with no bubble and like 15-second cooldown. Like, and if you zone in without your mount and someone's there, it's a pretty big chance you just die while having cooldowns, right? So, dang, we're getting real bad maps. But yeah, I'll keep zoning out of like those gatherer maps where it's like no big mob camp, like mainly gathering zones. As in my experience, the chances of finding people to fight is pretty low there compared to the maps with mob camps. Which makes sense, right? I'm guessing the majority of players that are looking for fights would also skip those maps. So it makes sense. Dismount a bit early, get my cooldowns up before we get to the camp.
Just wish you knew.
They're lucky with these chests, like I don't like the green chest because you just get the tomes, right? Like the untradeable fame tomes. I'm not too interested in overall. Does help the overall fame you gain per hour, but I'm not really looking for the fame, right? It's kind of just like a byproduct of clearing the camps to hopefully run into enemies to fight in the camp. So I'm not sure, like fame farming in the mist is kind of rough overall. Oh. Just kill this guy.
Just wish you knew.
Just walk away from the camp. I'll have cooldowns, low HP. Let's get my mount back up. We'll wait. Oh, yeah, Clarent does deal reasonable damage in low tier gear, which restacks too. Clarent is also one of those builds where it's pretty strong overall. But the fact that you don't really have mobility on your E means that you're just it becomes too weak. At least considering the alternatives, right? Like as long as SBI refuses to nerf the like value and mobility spells of the carving and death givers, then it's gonna be real hard for any other weapons to really get up there in terms of like viability, right? Like if you can't chase, you can't execute, right? Like people aren't gonna, like most people won't use their like boots to engage, right? They will use them to run away, and then if you have a low mobility build and you use boots earlier in the fight to like start the fight, then like they boot away and almost guaranteed get the mount up, or at least get enough distance to a gate or something, so that's why I think having mobility is like the core part of Mist, because obviously what's the point of, like, you can play like fire and get people down to 1 HP, but if they keep surviving, then like what's the point, right? Like, well, like you're just gonna be wasting your time at that point, getting people just low enough to almost death but never killing them. But you're just gonna, like, that's just gonna be a waste of your time, so. See, we got one more mob camp north here. But yeah, I'm really hoping that they would do a like big nerf update, like big buff and nerf patch on weapons. Because meta been pretty stale for a while now. That goes for all the content as well, like same with CDC. Like when it comes to melee DPS, the Demon Fang is still like the clear best option after a year now of it. Has it been a year? I think it's like, yeah, close to like a year of Demon Fang being like the go-to melee DPS weapon, like the most guaranteed, like easiest to play, hardest to counter kind of weapon. Which just makes it a bit boring, right? Like it's way more enjoyable for me when the meta changes and you get to do different combos. If you focus in fame from only 2.5 mil fame per hour, yeah, that's pretty good. Guess that's like pure fame, like counted with like a satchel and the combat fame turn on the auto respect. Pretty good. How much standing do you still need for the T8 owl? I don't know how much standing you need for the owl. I'm at let's see here, I'm at 1.6 mil standing. Considering it peaks at 1.8 mil, I'll just assume, because the owl is like the last thing you unlock, right? So I'll assume the owl is at 1.8 mil, so I think I'll reach it by today, most likely. We'll see, I haven't checked the owl out. I don't know if it's a good mount or not, or if it's a bad map, but we got a new miss, so we'll directly into that one. See, the owl should be here, right? Okay, I mean, gotta check more on the stats. I'll just zone in here before it closes. Okay, we got a minute, so let's check the abilities again. Okay, so it has a reduced carrying weight and then 140? That's like insane movement speed, right? 139. That's pretty insane movement speed, and then this has unhittable, immune to crowd for 2 seconds, 30 second CD. I mean, it's like reasonable stats on it, I guess. Seems like it moves pretty fast. Kinda weird it has like reduced carry weight on it. Kinda weird, like kinda want a carry weight mount when you're doing mist, right? So you don't have to deal with going overweight. I'm a bit worried in zones like these when I see like 6 people like this, because there's like a reasonably big chance they... Okay, this guy's just gonna run in a straight line. Didn't expect that. But it's always a bit sketchy. Zones like this when they have, when you like that many people are spotted, like shit their gear, cause they see my A3, so like the chances are they usually people try to handle when situations like that. So gotta stay a bit focused, but at this point I don't think they're, because like the dual sword and the bear post that was there, if they team up together, I'll say they have like a chance at least, because the other rats will probably dismount and try to kill me as well. So it's usually pretty easy to, like, if people handled, like, it's kinda, you're kinda supposed to die, right? Like 2v1 situations, like you're kinda like supposed to lose it, right? Like, you don't really have the cooldowns, but given what you're fighting and how they fight it, right? Like, usually people who handhold, like, aren't the best players, right? So makes it a bit easier to win 2v1s. And abilities are high value, gloves are disgusting. Yeah, it's a shame the, like, I don't know, it's a shame, like, battle bracers, like the Avalonian gloves, I guess, like the second Q, like there's no Q on the gloves that have like the same kind of brawl potential as like swords. So it's kind of rough, because I love the gameplay of the gloves, but right now, like, they don't really have a place in the meta in terms of fighting. Like, they're good, kind of just good for running away and like potentially like third partying, but like in a straight actual fight, they're not really strong, right? Like, which is kind of sad, because they're fun to play. I'd say it's kind of like the double-bladed build, where your mobility is high and your catch is pretty good, like reasonable, like you can run people down, but it's kind of depending on you not having to fight them. Yeah, we'll see, like a couple more rats, you know, free purple. This guy dismounted, but he's 4-1, like I'll loot the chest and then kill him if anything. Am I lagging or he lagging? Right, he hit me with the police. Like, not sure if I lagged or he lagged, but I missed my E there, so like I'm not gonna bother too much. Okay, like what's happening right now? Like, yeah, my ping is going kind of crazy, huh? Let's see. It's not really dropping. Yeah, like I'm a bit worried. Like, should my ping is horrible, which is not a good sign. Like, I should maybe mount up here and wait a little bit, see if the ping gets better, because I do not wanna get into a fight with any high tier player with my ping being this, like, it's like twice there my E and W is going off, like, so, like 2 seconds, like a second after I click the button, which is, it's an easy way to die, you know. We'll zone out here. No more camps, looking like a pretty dead zone. Let's see, maybe it was just the zone being fucked, cause I don't want to jinx myself, but my ping went from like 200 down to 100 real fast, so. There's some low tier people running around this camp, so I'm not gonna jump into them. Rather, I won't run after them unless they face check me, you know. Hello, Ames, sir. How you doing, bro? Let's see. Yeah, we like I get a stash. I guess maybe we stash after this camp. 2 camps. Yeah, we're getting pretty unlucky overall. This guy running from the stage check. Yeah, kinda unlucky with the zones. Like, that was a juicer, but he already ran southwest. Like, I'm guessing he inspected me and dipped. That Lex with the double merc jacket should be a bit rough matchup for me though. I should not have purged him there. He has a W. He helped, but it's super early. Pretty unlikely that, like, I'll have boots before him here, but shouldn't matter too much. Like, he has W to steal my mobility with, like that. Oh my god, guys. I'm gonna have to health bot here. I could not have played this like worse than what I've been doing here. I'm gonna purchase boots here. Just kinda, I should have boost before him, I guess. Might be able to, like, this is getting to the point where I should not up. Like, he knows how to play against Sword, which is, like, it's a very easy matchup for him in reality, especially when I'm missing my fucking E's. But it's kinda like for spears against swords. I don't want to give away the juice, cause I guess it's fine. Like, when it comes to spear against the sword, like, as long as you have the cripple W to steal movement speed, I'll let this let War go. But yeah, when you have the cripple on the spear, it's super easy to fight swords, because all you really need to do is use your cripple when they have QD1s to get the movement speed, right? Because then you can get out of their auto range and you can just keep queuing. So if you just play it like slow like that, it's kind of impossible for the sword to really do much. But I think, yeah, I purchased boots. know, he didn't play it horrible also, like he saved his E to... He used his E after my E essentially to create distance, right, so hard for me to stay on him. But I for sure could have killed him if I hit E. Oh, it's kinda bad. Not too big of a deal. Because yeah, the spear, like the spear has the... I don't know if he has... He doesn't have the... I'd say it's like a 50-50 matchup. Where the spear has like... has to kind of outplay a bit more. But not really, right? Like... If I hit E, then it becomes way rougher for him, right? Like the fact that I kept missing E. Makes a pretty difference. I'm gonna purchase boots here. I'm gonna have to E into... Oh, I can't get the W range. But you see my point, like if he keeps Wing my stack, it's becomes pretty like... I think the sword has like the advantage overall in a matchup, but well, like I'm playing it bad too though. Can't play about that. But yeah, like he should be out here. Or maybe he fucked up his ability a bit. And it's like yeah, the sword in the matchup have like the bigger overall pressure, better, like stronger for the overall fighting. But main issue is the fact that like with his cripple, like he can either steal like the mobility he gets when he steals my Q mobility. Like even if I didn't lose my Q stack, it wouldn't really matter too much, right? Like what makes it rough is like the fact that he gets mobility. So if he plays it clean, like every time he steals my mobility, I can't hit him, like I can't return the damage, right? So well, I just didn't play it too clean against him. And I tried to play it like I'm playing it very aggressive, right? Because I'm higher IP, higher tier gear. I'm not respecting him too much. Because like me purging his boots when he has Hellion Jacket is like a very greedy play. Like, but yeah, it's very rough matchup to like get a last hit with. You know, like getting the actual kill is pretty rough because he steals the mobility. You can just like he basically has two sets of boots and he can steal mine, right? So it's like if I boot in and he W's purging my boots and getting the mobility himself, like there's nothing I can do after, right, to catch up. So pretty rough. I think I could have killed him there if I like hit my E. Maybe I gotta like rewatch it to be certain. No, wasn't like anything special, like I had 8-1 gear. Oh my gosh. This guy's like a new player, right? Oof. Hopefully we run into that guy. It's like the the goal for today is find when the guy that started playing yesterday, playing full 8-4 Death Givers. That sounds like free money. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Maybe we find someone. Find some more juicer stuff. The trees have been like elusive today. Like, it's been hard finding them. But maybe we get lucky this time. Tunas med food. Oh, street food check here. Let's release one. Try to boot in here. He was paying attention. Oh, he reacted in time to get far enough away. It's unfortunate. It's also, yeah, whenever you boot in like that, trying to catch someone, I only really do it when I have inspected them, so I know the matchup I'm running into. Because obviously, like the main way I die is usually when I play Mist a bit too long, I get bored, and I lose my focus, and I'll like boot in to a mob camp because I see a dismounted guy and I want to get a fight, right? And then by the time you reach him and see it's a curse goal, like you might just be dead, right? Because you booted in. So like something to think about when playing, you know. If you wanna maximize your profit, get as many kills as you can before a death, then getting the inspect off before trying to engage, or at least not using like major mobility abilities to start a fight if you don't know what they are, right? Because I don't think it's a bad thing like walking in dismounted and seeing a red and then just keep walking towards them without getting the inspect off, but I highly recommend keeping your boots until you know what the matchup is, in case it's a horrible matchup you want to get out from. Should we? I'm not gonna kill him. Let this 6-2 survive. Where's the chest in this? Down here, okay. Just a greenie, we take those. Get some fame. Mist somewhere close here. Looks like I'm hearing it somewhere nearby. Go check out this coffer. Probably been open though by the looks of it. Yeah. Well, no more mob camps, so probably actually did my stash like 4-0, so let's add those. We're at like 9 mil. We'll do like 5 kills. I think we killed like 5 people total by now, no? Something like that. Let's do like a dismount or the walkthrough of this camp again. Paid attention, we'll let him go. These mob camp chests, I assume they don't reset while you're in the map, right? Yeah, for sure they don't. Like, would make no sense if they reset, so I assume they don't. Yeah, this map is dead as fuck, boy. Gotta look for a new one. Pretty weird day of mist today. Like, I started with 8-4 kill and then haven't really found anyone else after. We found that 8-3 we killed everything trash, so doesn't really feel like we got anything from that 8-3. Bad map too. It's a shit map. Oops, I keep 2 mob camps. Just realized my silver's flying out the window because of auto respec, but I'll keep it on for now. I got like 8 mil auto respec today. Just decent. I'm on the road of 120 everything. Realistically, my plan isn't to 120 everything. I just like for like armor pieces, so like any armor pieces, I think going 120 is fine. It's still a bit like expensive in auto respec and silver value though. Like it feels like at the like 115 mark, it kinda peaks out in terms of like efficiency. Like you're getting the extra IP without having to pay too much silver or use too much of your auto respec, right? So it's like kind of good middle ground, I'd say. Because also like 120 everything is like gonna be a lot of things you don't get to play ever, right? Especially with how meta is. So like I tend to try to like put 115 like high spec in like playable meta things, right? Also it always depends, say carving that I play like daily for the meta now, then kinda makes a bit more sense putting 120 in it. At the end of the day it doesn't matter too much, like I think 115 is more than... Like 100 spec is more than enough, but then if you wanna go even higher, then I think 115 is more than enough to be efficient. Yeah, getting a bit unlucky with the people we're seeing. Especially because I don't really want to be killing like the low tier people, like Bloodleathers. I don't mind, like this guy's trying to rat most, like he's like in a rat set, right? Like killing this guy will only help on that, but Like my goal isn't to kill like low tier gear people trying to fame farm and spec up, right? Like yeah, it's not really fun killing them, but if they face sick, you know, we gotta take them sometime. Also just depends on their gear, right? I don't care if he's a fame farmer, if he's in a couple mil set, then I'm gonna try to kill him, right? It's more like the 500k sets and less people at like if they mount up. It's like this guy, you know, like once he's mounted, like I'm not gonna make any effort in trying to catch him in any way, like. But yeah, we're getting unlucky with these maps and matchups, like not finding any objectives, not finding any juicers. Makes it kinda rough. We can find another those dungeons, Nightfall dungeons. I think they give good Brazilian points in there, if I remember right. Cause yeah, I was hoping I could hit the... Okay, nice. Yeah, I was hoping I could hit the max Brazilian points today. We'll see. Not sure if it's any point in crafting the mount. Like I don't know if it's profitable or whatnot, but once we unlock it we can check, cause I didn't see how much like favor and stuff it costs, cause might be like more efficient crafting it, growing and crafting the mount right now than using your favor on chest, right? If the mount is expensive enough. That's a purple. Okay, 500k. Bit unfortunate it's like so much in like shit tier gear, cause like I'm gonna end up having to trash like most of these items, right? Most likely before we go stash. Cause like if I pick up all the low tier items like this, like I'll probably have a full inventory worth like 2 mil, right? Which is not really much point in to stash. Might be able to catch this guy before he gets the gate. Did he invis pot? Is that what happened? I'm a bit confused, to be honest. Doesn't really matter, it was shit tier gear. So I guess I can't really, like... He would have boots. Actually, I guess he would have boots before me, right? Because I think he had, like... I think he has boots when I think he had his boots activated when I saw him the first time there. Even without the boots, like you can just spam click Q and get essentially like the distance of a boot rotation for free. So. Kind of rough. Hoping maybe one of those Hopefully one of those chest spawns soon. There's usually been decent silver in them. Yeah, I don't know, that build is... should be like a... it's not a boss, yeah, I guess. I'm not quite sure if like the boss layout changes or not. Still need a bit more playtime in these to know the layout works, because I think the layout kinda changes, or like where bosses are and buffs are changes. Okay, I don't think I cleared here. Pretty sure I didn't, so... whoever's clearing didn't go to this room, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think these Nightfall dungeons are way too like easy to fame farm. Like, I really hope they add some mechanics that like show people where you're clearing or where people are, you know, like pops on the map, so the ones that wants to fight can like at least have a larger chance of finding someone to fight, because from experiencing them, they seem like there's like you have less of a chance, kind of less of a chance getting content here than in the regular Mist, which I guess might be intentional, but feels like it shouldn't be. Like, feels like the point of these would be like a riskier thing to do in the Mist, I suppose, like a even more close quarters, less chance of escaping kind of playstyle, but doesn't really seem to be the case after playing for a while. I'll have time to get both these chests. Should be able, yeah. 2 minutes. Yeah, I'll have 2 minutes to get from... It's gonna be a bit close, but I think it's gonna be worth waiting for this chest, or I guess like, I might as well spend the 2 minutes running there compared to fame farming. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how these shrines work in terms of like, sometimes you get a chest, so I don't know if it's just RNG or if it's like room dependent where you get the chest rather than the buff, for example. Because I haven't really paid attention. Does the statue show you which buff it gives? Because this statue should, like, the design of the statue would be the same as the buff I have now, which is like the increased movement speed and damage, I think it is, when you're low HP. Let's see, does it have, so... That might be linked, I'm not certain. I'll just run to this chest now, AFK on it, and then... Yeah, it should make it to the other chest if I use my boots and E, I guess, on the way. Should be fine. Yeah, I gotta pay attention on the statues. I don't know if the statue layout or look on the statue is the same as the buff you get. I don't really care, like, having the buff is nice, I guess, like, you get like 15, right, so... The move speed 2.5, so... Okay, I got a blue, that's nice. I might like the... Cause the stack stops at 15 is the max stacks you can get of these buffs, so... 2 minutes. I think I'll make it in time there. Yeah, I'm gonna guess with this statue having the layout of another buff, I'm just gonna assume from that info that like the statue shows you what buffs you're gonna get. Gotta pay attention and then see what's the statue chest are, cause I guess in like it's fine getting the buff right, but in theory if you could like skip the rooms with the buff to go to the rooms where it's chests instead, like would be way more efficient for someone like me, or like the killing the mobs and getting the fame isn't really something I need to do or want to do. Yeah, so I'm lucky. This should be the heal buff. I guess I can get the heal buff. I don't think it's the worst. I'm not sure, like I haven't... Kinda hard for me to say which of the buffs are the strongest really. To me it feels like the mobility one should kinda automatically be one of the better options. Claws is just reasonable damage. It's like so much scared of slow tier, so like, my inventory's full, it's like 2 mil, kinda annoying, like shouldn't really be looting it. Let's see. I think I'll just leave. Like these Nightfall dungeons seem very slow. Like doesn't really seem like it's meant for PvP content. To me it seems like they're designed with the idea that like you should essentially never be able to die there, to be honest. Like I guess it depends a bit where you find someone, but like almost the whole dungeon has like exits. You can fame farm next to the exit, right? And the exit you can zone out whenever, so like I am kinda surprised. I was expecting the new dungeons to be a bit more smaller, a bit more closed off, less paths or less exits at least, so people would kind of be forced to fight more. Still got an orb spawning, so might be lucky to get some content here in this map. But yeah, very hard to like create content or find content, I guess, with the current setup of the Mist, or especially those Mist dungeons. Because I think a couple, like if there was like the same mob, like the Watcher mob from Corrupted, like a system like that, where it's either in each of the rooms or every time you like activate like killer room and get the buff or chest from the statue. Would like ping on the map that it got cleared or something in that area to make it so people can see where people potentially are clearing and like what area they're in, so they can at least go towards it, right? I assume that guy was just a rat, like I couldn't click his name because it was too off the screen, but given the fact that he kept running towards the exit, I'll assume he's not looking for a fight. Let's see if I find this really soon. Yeah, what I thought. Another double-bladed player. Six-2 though, so would like to fight him if he walks back up, but I don't think he will. Oh god. This is scary though. Like I'll fight this guy, but his friend is gonna rat me most likely. It's gonna be kind of rough. Like it's a rough matchup, but like I'm mostly afraid of the guy's gonna rat me. Is the biggest issue here. We're getting ratted by another guy too, so I'm gonna start dipping here. I have no real other option. So some of them I just got RNG'd purged, right? That's what happened. Yeah, I'm not even gonna save it. Was sad. If I don't get ratted there, like I won the fight against the other sword, or not the sword, but the fucking dog there. Oh yeah, this guy was 7-3 masterpiece too. That's really fucking unfortunate that we got ratted with 2 7-3s. Or 3, I guess. If I didn't get stun run there, I might get out. But worst part is I died because of RNG, right? Like they randomly purged as my undead cape went off, which is like pure luck from their side. So kinda unfortunate. Should I craft my set? Oh, it's gonna take way too long time. Oh, no, unlucky we got ratted like that. Almost got out too, but yeah, they had the RNG purge on the RNG purge as my undead cape went off. Popped it out, popped me out of it, I guess. That's what happened. Let me see, let me clip it.